Hey everybody, welcome to this new episode of The King Chase. Today I have quite a special example for you. It was just played a couple of days ago, and for those of you who haven't seen it yet, prepare yourself for a really special treat. So it's the game Yi against Lazaro Pruzon Batista, and it was played in Danzhou, which is in China, just a couple days ago, so 2015. And for those of you who don't know, Yi is the new star in China. He's only 16 years old but already has a rating of 2720, so he's really up and coming, and he's already been talked about as the new Carlsen. In fact he has a higher rating than Carlsen had when he was 16, but of course still we'll see how he will develop. And Pruzon Batista is a very strong Cuban player, also with a rating close to 2700. So this time I will actually tell you the first move, which is rook takes f7 in this position. And what I ask you to do is just from there calculate as much as you possibly can and really try to calculate till the end, or until you can say, well, I can stop here. This is winning for white. And of course this is not easy. This is really a great example. There's a lot going on, so please take your time if you want to set it up on a board and then really dive into it and enjoy the beautiful variations that you can discover here. Alright, so stop the video, do that right now. Okay, so let's get into it. Rook takes f7. Of course the rook has to be taken. White is threatening checkmate on h7, so king takes, queen h7 check. Now king e6 is also forced. If the king goes to f8, then well, there's a checkmate right here, of course. And after king f6, white can just take on d5, and he threatens rook f1 followed by queen f7, and it's also immediately over for black. So really the critical move is king e6. And now e takes d5 check. So here you already had to calculate two variations now. Bishop takes d5 and king takes d5. So in the game black played king takes d5. Let's have a look first at bishop takes d5. And what is usually difficult to see are these quiet moves, such as bishop takes g6 here. Because usually you want to play with check and so on, and it's forced, but sometimes the quiet moves are even stronger, and that's the case with bishop takes g6, threatening queen f7, as well as bishop f5 followed by queen g6 checkmate. And the only way for black to continue the game is bishop takes g2. If, for example, rook f8, defending both these threats I've just showed you, then there's another one here, queen h3 check, and king f6, rook f1 check, followed by checkmate. So black has to create some space for his king, so he takes on g2 with check and can play d5, but now white simply cashes in the rook on e8, and he's up a piece already, and black can simply resign here. So black took with the king, and here I would like to give you a chance once again to take a look at the position and calculate and find the next moves which white played here. Quite amazing play by the young Chinese player. Alright, I will show it right now. Bishop e4, beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. Sacrificing another piece to get the black king even further away from where he's safe. Okay, this bishop needs to be taken. Well, it doesn't need to be taken, but in either case black is lost, let's put it this way. If king e6, then queen takes g6 check, bishop f6, queen f5 check, king f7, queen h7 check, and now, well, if black goes back to e6, then bishop f5 check, and once again white has already regained the material. And by the way, he's threatening also queen d3 checkmate, which is why black has to give up the queen now on d7. Okay, that's it. And if king f8, then simply bishop h6 check, rook g7. Now another nice quiet move, rook f1, and black is completely busted here. Queen takes g7. Checkmate is the threat right now, and black will lose all the material he was up, and still his king is in danger. That's just game over. So black took on e4. What else could he do? And here, in fact, white has two winning continuations, but one is so amazing. It was not played by YE. If he had played it, I would be completely in awe. But even the way he played was still very beautiful. Queen f7 was played, but the move, I'm just astonished here. c4. To play this move, this is just incredible. So what's the point of c4? After b takes c4, now queen takes g6 check, and king d5, and the point is that now after queen f7, the black king cannot go to c6 because of queen takes c4 checkmate. So that's a very deep idea behind c4. So black has to go to e4, then queen f3 check, king d3, and well, now it's not too difficult anymore, but it's still so beautiful, this geometrical idea here with the queen all the way from f7, f3, f1, again and again. It's just absolutely beautiful, I think. So here king e4, if king c2, then queen takes c4 check, and that's easy now. And checkmate. And after king e4, the bishop drops back to g1, king d5, and once again queen f7 checking. Now there is no king e4 anymore, so king has to go here, and his journey is over. Beautiful, beautiful play by the white queen. And after c4, if black doesn't take on c4 but plays king d3, then queen takes g6 check, bishop e4, rook d1 check. It's just amazing how it all works out here for white. Well, if now king takes e3, then simply queen g3 check, and mate in the next move, for example king e2, queen e1 checkmate, or bishop f3, queen takes f3 checkmate. So king c2, but then queen takes e4 check, and now king takes d1 is pretty clear, and king is also checkmated on f1 this time. And if king b3, oh excuse me, then queen d3 check, king a2, queen b1 check, king b3, rook d3 check, and here the journey of the black king ends on a5 after b4 checkmate. So these very beautiful variations I just want to share with you. But in the game where you play differently, but still it is winning. Queen f7 also very strong move. And I like again how the white queen is joining the action, and black cannot really do anything. Queen f3 is checkmate right now, threatening. So black has to play bishop f6, really. But now the queen can rejoin via b3. First, while you gave a check to just repeat moves here. If king f5, then simply rook f1 check, king e4, and queen b3, and there's no defense against queen d3. So king d4, bishop e3 check, king e4, and now queen b3. Of course, once again there's a checkmate threat, so black has to play king f5, now rook f1 check, king g4, and again the queen is approaching. Queen d3, having the idea to play queen e2. Now black took on g2. His position's lost anyway, as you probably have guessed. He could have tried rook g7, but then also white is winning here. And I'll show you how. h3, king h4, and now simply king h2, having the idea g3 followed by queen e2 and checkmate. So black needs to take on g2, queen e2, threatening checkmate on g4, so queen d7, and now queen takes g2. And black needs to defend here by giving up his queen, but even then the white attack is still continuing here. Queen takes f5 check, bishop g5, and bishop takes g5, and here we can stop because black cannot retake because of checkmate on h7. Wow. So instead black took on g2, king takes, and now queen e8 check, but just doesn't help. The black pieces are too far away to defend. King g1. Now there's also the threat of queen takes g6 check, followed by bishop f2 checkmate. So bishop g5, but now the queen simply goes to e2 this time. King h4, bishop f2 check, king h3. Now for one move, in fact, black is also threatening checkmate on g2. But well, it's white's move, and played very calmly. Bishop back to e1, and here black resigned because the threat rook f3 cannot be defended against, and that's it. For example, if rook f8, then simply rook takes f8, and the queen cannot take back because of checkmate on g2. And let's say black plays any kind of move, let's say bishop f4. Now how do we checkmate exactly? You can also think while I'm thinking, by the way. So how does white checkmate here? Okay, one way would be, probably the simplest way would be queen d3 check, queen takes g6 check, bishop g5, and h3 check. King takes and queen h5, bishop h4, queen takes h4. So it was still not that super easy, but well, at this level obviously both players saw that, and Pruzon decided to resign. Absolutely fabulous game by YE. Some already call this the game of the century. Maybe this is going too far. Let me hear your thoughts about it. And by the way, my Grandmaster colleague Jan Gustafsson has analyzed the entire game. So if you would like to see how it came to this position from which I started, and if you really maybe want to have another look and hear his comments about it, then you can find a link in the description. How do you guys like it? Do you think it's a game of the century? Write me below, and I'll see you next time. Oh, one thing, I need more examples. I'm running out of king chase, so if you have anything, if you've played one or you know a great one which I haven't included yet in this series, please send it to me. My email is also in the description. See you next time. Bye.